Greetings, this is Diane Woods, your host of My Careers Plus, and I would like to thank you for tuning in to the podcast today. You are the primary focus of these podcasts as they are designed to show you how to navigate through the career change and job search markets. My mission is to help you identify your potential passion and purpose and move it from paper to productivity through the action steps and roadmaps and tips provided through our podcast. My Careers Plus can be heard regularly on this platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Radio Music, and more. As you listen to the podcast and take advantage of our resources on the website, I believe you can achieve the success you're looking for in this ever-changing job market. If you would like to support this podcast, please click on the support link and contribute. Now, let's get to today's podcast. Greetings and welcome to My Careers Plus with your career change coach and host Diane Woods. Before we get into the podcast today, I would like to share a bit of good news with you. I am changing the title of the podcast to Pivot and Prosper, Strategies and Support for Women Changing Careers, where we will still continue to discuss how to navigate career changes and provide strategies and support for women who have experience in the workforce and are looking to transition into a new career. It is really important for me to be able to assist those who are changing careers and to make that transition as easy as possible. In today's podcast, my topic is going to be working for advancement in your current workplace. Not everyone who's changing careers is necessarily wanting to leave their current workplace. And one time when I was working at a radio station, I was the receptionist there, and they had an opportunity that came up to move into a position of sales where you are selling radio time, commercials, things like that as an account executive. And I really wanted the position, but at first I thought maybe I didn't qualify. But once I realized that there was training and it was on-the-job training, I went for it. I actually applied for the position just like everybody else was applying and actually received that position. It was so exciting because I moved from the receptionist at the front desk all the way to the account executive position, which really was a high paying position. You went out and sold radio time for different programming. So it was such an exciting time to be able to move into something that I had a desire to do at that time in my life. So it is possible to do that, but you do have to have a plan. So I'm going to look at some strategies today. I'm going to look at 10 strategies that I believe will support you in your efforts to change careers, within your current workplace. I want you to take notes and replay the podcast as many times as needed, just so you can jot down the strategies that I'm going to share with you today. So the first one is to set clear goals. Number one is to set clear goals. And we hear that all the time. That's kind of cliche. But you will have to determine what you want to achieve in this career within the position that you're working in right now. Now, they talk about SMART goals, that things that are measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, and specific. So you, as an individual, want to do that, but keep in mind you might have a time frame in which to do it. You can't just sit back and wait. Is that type of position, and think about the position, is it going to come around again? Is there constantly openings for that position? Think about that when you are setting your goals. Do I have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 6 months? So think about that when you are setting up your goals to achieve this promotion on the job. Make sure that number two, make sure that you understand your company's culture and their values. You have to be familiar, and if you're new to the company, you really need to do some research, more research. You might have come in as a main position, and now that you're interested in what they're doing, you need to familiarize yourself with the company's cultures. What are their values? What are their long-term goals and objectives? And you want to align your actions and goals with that. Now, keep in mind that does have a lot to do with your own personal values. You don't want to go against your own values and the things that you believe, because then that is not going to be a very happy transition into that job. Number 3, you want to expand your skills and knowledge. So you want to identify something that you may need to know, an area that you may need to take a class in, to seek some opportunities to learn from other employees. Make sure that you're expanding the skills and that you are going to be able to handle that position and what is the skills that are needed for that. Just talk to some of the people that work there on a casual. Don't necessarily say, well, I'm going to go after this job and so on and so forth. You just want to be as discreet as possible with your goals and your desires. Now, you want to communicate your aspirations, but who do you communicate those to? So you want your supervisors and managers to know that you're thinking about that career goal and that you're interested in advancing within the company. So schedule a meeting to sit down with them and just discuss the progress that you need to make, get any feedback, express your desires for growth, and then see how the response is, because they can provide guidance and support for that career change if you have that type of relationship. So you want to be open with your supervisors and managers. That's number 4, communicate your aspirations. Number 5, take on additional responsibilities. Look for opportunities to take on a new project or support somebody who is working on a project that may not even be in your job description, just so that you can offer your colleagues some type of help and responsibilities, and they'll see that you're proactively seeking ways to contribute beyond your current job description. So that's important to be able to take on. Don't take on too much where you're overwhelmed with not getting your work done trying to help someone else. So make sure your heart motives are right in that area as well. Number 6, build strong relationships. You want to network with your colleagues and managers and leaders within that organization. You want to attend company events and join some professional associations that have to do with that type of business, so that you can learn from other people outside of that company. So you want to develop those kind of strong relationships that can open doors to new opportunities and mentorships possibly, and support from other influential individuals that you may meet along the way. So build those strong relationships. Number 7, deliver results consistently. Consistency is important in anything that we do. If we're not consistent in what we do, it's going to demonstrate that we may not be able to deliver what we're trying to seek after. So make sure you're meeting your deadlines and you're seeking solutions to challenges that may come up. And keep in mind, remember, this is a job opportunity that you're looking for within your company. So these are the tips that I'm sharing with you today. Number 8, seek feedback and learn from it. Please don't get offended when people give you feedback if it's not positive, or you seem like you've done your best and it didn't turn out the way you thought it would be. Just ask for feedback and ask them to give you those things, and be open for that constructive criticism. It's very hard sometimes, even for anyone, to receive constructive criticism, because it depends on how you receive it and how you respond to it. But you can take that opportunity for growth many times when people come to you. Now, it just depends on how they come to you with that information. So that's important as well. So make sure that you're keeping your heart right, and just understand it's not personal. They have a job to do. I have a job to do. So continuously seek some type of feedback. Now, don't bug the person and say, well, do you think I'm doing it right? Do you think I'm doing it right? Make sure that you are doing something and you're asking for feedback along the way, and that will make a stronger mentorship or relationship between you and the individuals of which you're seeking that promotion. Number 9, stay updated on the industry trends. You have to stay updated with the latest trends, technologies, the best practices for that particular industry. If you get out of date, things change. They move so quickly. This can be in style today and out of style tomorrow. We all know that. You can have a new phone today, which is an old phone tomorrow. So think about the technologies and the best practices for that industry. Now, you don't have to change things overnight all the time, but you want to make sure that you're able to perform at your current role with the most, I would say, current technologies and things that are out there. And that responsibility really does fall upon us as individuals. And that doesn't matter whatever job we have. And that goes for any job that we have, because if there's technologies and different strategies and different ways to do things today, and you're still living in yesteryear, they're not going to be able to trust you to maybe grow into what it is that you're trying to seek. So make sure that you're up on that. It's going to take that extra study. It might take some time at the library. You will be able to determine that it's really how bad that you want it. And number 10, just be patient and persistent. Career advancement, it often takes time. So you want to be patient with yourself. You want to be patient and persistent with your efforts. You want to be consistent. And you want to celebrate any achievements along the way that keep you motivated. And those are the things that'll help you when you do encounter a setback. If you didn't get it this time, maybe you can get it next time, or even seek that same type of position at another opportunity or another company. Not saying that you want to just jump ship, but just understand, what is my goal? I have to know what it is that I'm looking for, what I want to do, where I want to go. And once you'll be able to celebrate that when you reach that every step of the way. So make sure you're celebrating every step. If you learn a new skill, celebrate the fact that you learn a new skill. If you took the time to update your technology and your best practices, celebrate those things. Celebrate the feedback that you get that's going to help you to grow. So celebrate the results, the delivery, and the things that you do for that company. Celebrate the fact that you're developing new relationships and taking on additional responsibilities. Celebrate the communications that you can communicate your aspirations to your managers and supervisors. Celebrate when you go in and you talk to someone and they come back to you and they responded to you. You can celebrate that. Man, I did that. I went in there and I asked them and I talked to them about it. Celebrate the things every step of the way, and you'll find that will encourage you when you have a setback, but it will also help support everything that you're looking to do in your future. So this is Diane Woods. This is Pivot and Prosper, Strategies and Support for Women Changing Careers. And I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast today. And I hope these strategies are helpful to you, and you have a great one.